Hey guys, Tony here with a door seal custom vinyl installation. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, step one is cleaning. You gotta clean the surface before you do anything. So I begin using Windex and one of those microfiber cloth towel things, and just clean the surface nice and clean. We've had some crappy weather lately, so do a little extra job. I also use rubbing alcohol to remove any residue of the Windex and just kind of like an extra cleaning layer. Second step is to measure. Measure your vinyls. Now, it looks like I'm doing it kind of jacked up here, but I couldn't had to use both hands, so you want to lay them flat, measure how long it is, and then get an idea where you want it. I also have some masking tape there on the side that I use to place a marker where it would end. So double check where you want it and make sure you tape it off. Here's the dry run, was what I call it, a dry run. It's where you take it, nothing's peeled off, it's still on its where the paper comes in, but you place it, see exactly where your marker is, where your tape is, and make sure you want to place it there. Gives you more a visual aid of how it's going to look in the end. Next step is to do the first peel. There's two layers. There's like a paper side, which is the white side, and then there's a clear side. So the first layer, also extended it over the tape a little bit so I help get me to the other side, to the clear side, but you want to make sure you kind of follow with a squeegee or something of nature, like a credit card or something of that nature, and as you peel the white layer back, you run the squeegee across to keep all air bubbles out. Now in this, I kind of made a mistake. I had a hiccup. The alignment, I didn't line it up properly on the passenger side. That's why I did the passenger side first, but I had to splice it right there. You can see where the white is, but once it's removed you can't really tell, and just angle it down a little bit, and it turned out fine. I like it, so I have no problems with it at all. So if you have to make minor corrections like that, just take your time, make sure you do it right, and remember just to always go back through and squeeze it, make sure it looks nice and clean and there's very few air bubbles. Now when you actually do the peeling of the clear one, go slow as well, which I'll talk about here in a second, because it'll add air bubbles as well if you're not careful. And here's me just showing the driver's side how I learned from a mistake. I took a little bit extra time, was patient about it, and it turned out a lot better. I didn't have to splice it at all and do the same trick. So we'll get over to the second part where we actually peel the clear layer off. Alright, time for the second peel. This one's very important because if you don't take your time and be patient about it, you'll add air bubbles into your vinyl, which is of course a bad thing. Now there's a little bit of wait from when you put down when you peel it the first time. I would wait a good 5 to 10 minutes before you do this peel. It's very important because if you peel it too fast, it won't have time to adhere to the metal or the paint that you're putting it on, so it would peel right up with the clear layer. And if that happens, like say you rushed it just a little bit early, or got impatient like I did a couple times, just take like an X-Acto knife or like a knife or something of that nature and just peel it back down so it's nice and smooth. Like this one comes out perfectly. I was so happy with how this came out, and yes, this is my first time ever doing it, but I read up on it, followed the instructions, and it turned out great. So just take your time. The way I'm peeling here is just running the peel like kind of just straight the direction it's going. That way whenever it peels, it's not pulling up the vinyl, it's pulling across the vinyl. That way it doesn't peel up on you, but the only problem is if it jumps like that, it'll get snagged on the next part, or the next lettering or the vinyl of it, and it could add an air bubble, which happened to me on one of the letters. So just take your time, like I said, be patient, there's no rush. It's actually kind of fun to do if you like peeling off tape, I guess. And once you get done with that, just kind of look over it, make sure there's no air bubbles. If you need to, go back through and try to squeegee them out, but I highly recommend just waiting just a little bit because it's still fresh and you don't want to pop it up at all. Alright guys, the most important step of all, admire your work. I know all of you car enthusiasts are always trying to find the bigger and better thing that keeps you unique. This is one of those inexpensive things. I think it's cost $40 for the pair, or $35 to $45 for the pair, and they turned out great. They're very simple to do. There's instructions that come with them. I think there's a squeegee that comes with it, and it's not that hard and difficult. If you want information on how to get custom door seals like I have, go ahead and look at the description below, and you'll find out where I got mine. And thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and like button. Watch my other videos and for future videos. Thanks, guys.